What do you study?
To be specific, it's American Studies, but generally is English language and literature.
Did you learn English overseas or did you learn it in China?
In China. It's also possible for you to learn English and very well in China as a Chinese. I think it's a privilege for you to not to try to imitate the native speakers. You can preserve your own accents. My biggest goal of learning English is not to have a very native accent, but to use this language as a tool for you to communicate with more people. So I don't think pronunciation is the most important thing. So
Where are you from in China? Which part of China?
Shandong province.
And do you want your child to have a thick Shandong accent or to have a standard Mandarin accent?
I don't think accent is a very important thing. So
So the Shandong identity is not as
like communicate well with people.
Okay.
So your English is quite good.
I don't think so. I studied in London for 1 year for my master's degree. When I study in London, the people come from all over the world. They have different accents, but I can understand it. But sometimes they use some vocabulary I don't know. I feel nervous.
So how did you get over being nervous or not understanding?
I don't think I get over it till now.
Can you tell me one thing or like one phrase that sums up why you liked studying English?
Lots of people speak English, and I like to talk with others. So I think English helps me to talk with others and know their cultures. And for me, I think like people speak English is really cool. Now, when I was in London, especially like Asians, I know that their mother language is not English. When I speak English very frequently, I think they're very cool. I really want to make friends with them. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Where did you learn your English?
I learned a little in China because I went to middle school in China. My English was not good at all before going to America. I actually went to ESL.
So what's the difference between Chinese Americans and Chinese Chinese?
Well, for those Chinese, they are more like internationals in my college. For a lot of international students, they are kind of shy. They like to hang out with them within their group together. I feel like Chinese American, they are more mix of both, Asian people and American people.
You weren't learning any Chinese or anything when you were in America?
I learned French.
Do you know any other languages?
I studied abroad in Korea. It is really easy to order food because you can just point on this and it's equal.
So kind of like how I order food in China, 我要这个.
Yeah. Now I go to a global agency, so English definitely helped me to really communicate internally. Or
where are you from?
Beijing.
Where did you learn English?
Beijing. I think I learned enough from school, and after that I sort of got a job at United States for a couple of years.
Where did you go in the United States?
Maine.
What did you do in Maine?
Research. We try to figure out the genetics of epigenetics. It's more like how our human embryo development, meiosis.
So do you think you could have gotten to the same level of English here in China?
Yeah, I think so. Because in most of universities or research institutes, the research language is English.
So do you have any tips or maybe suggestions?
Just do it. You can do it. Everybody can do it. It's just a language.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to study Chinese.
Where are you from in the world?
From Hong Kong.
Why do you want to learn Mandarin?
Well, there's 1 billion people that speak Mandarin, and the fact that China's growing in the economy and business means more opportunities for more Chinese-speaking people. There's a lot of Chinese people leaving China. They want their kids to have an easier education because here in China, the education is quite competitive.
A lot of our fans are Chinese and they want to learn English. Do you have any advice for them?
I speak more English than Cantonese.
Yeah.
Even at home, my family usually just speaks English.
I want to know if you have an American accent or a Cantonese accent when you speak Mandarin. Could you say this?
I'm on HSK2 right now.
欢迎大家关注别闹了，
别闹了。
It's okay.
What would you say is the best secret to learning English as a Chinese person?
Just don't be shy and practice with foreigners.
Do you think that's a common issue for Chinese people?
We're improving right now. We're more open and we're more international, so everybody got more chance to learn English.
What do you plan to do for a career?
Actually, I'm going to university in UK this year, and I'm studying education as major. So probably gonna do some related work, helping students from places where education resources not that enough. And
What do you like to do?
I like to dance. Actually, I'm a teen dancer, but not a very good one.
Can you teach me a dance move right now?
Do you speak English?
Depends on who's asking.
So where did you learn English? It's really good.
I think mainly from school, but I do like watch movies, listening to the American music.
What did you study?
Intercultural communication, sort of like applied linguistic type of thing. We do some discursive analysis and try to learn how to communicate more efficiently in a professional setting.
What does discursive mean?
It's really like a dialogue. For example, if we're having a dialogue right now, so we kind of transcribe the dialogue and we do the analysis.
Oh wow, you're teaching me things.
All right, sorry.
What kind of music do you like?
Jazz, rock and roll.
Do you have any kind of musical talent yourself?
I enjoy singing a lot indeed.
Would you like to sing for me?
Kiss on the neck and then I took her by the hands and baby I just wanna dance. I'm out on the rocks in the street, right side of the bar. She shared a cigarette, me with her while I play the guitar. She asked what does it mean, began to give you a mom said as one of my friends sung.
You lived abroad then, or?
Yes, I did my master's degree in United Kingdom.
So you actually actively try to have a certain type of accent?
Tried it, but didn't really work out. Chinese accent is just as attractive as any other accent, so
now you just use your natural accent?
I guess so.
Yeah, it sounds really natural. And so why did you decide to come back to China?
Because I was born here, so I think being in the hometown gave me a sense of security, I guess.
What kind of tools did you use to learn English?
I watch lots of TV series and movies and stuff. I try to use the dual subtitles, like Chinese and English at the same time, and little by little I'll try to get rid of the Chinese subtitles so that I can get a more genuine, authentic experience. One of my personal habits is to find the mistakes they made during the translation.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So I guess this is a learning process as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
抖音
What was your favorite thing about being an interpreter?
I could traveling around. Yeah, I've been to more than 20 countries before my 30.
Wow, this is crazy because, you're like my mother-in-law. She is from Beijing also, but it's so crazy because her English is just okay, but yours is amazing. It's so crazy. Where did you go to college?
I graduated from the People's University.
How do you get better at speaking English?
We need to read something. And you can just learn the words and sentences and even grammar. You cannot just read in silence. You need to speak up. And we do the listening, comprehension, and reading dialogue all the same times.
What is your name, may I ask?
Emma.
Emma. Oh!